Yo, what? That's a crazy cutoff. That shit was ass. That cutoff was ass. Yo, what's good, man? We are back with another episode of the Real Rap Coalition podcast, man. And today we come to bring you another episode of Secret Invasion. The last fucking episode, actually. The season finale. We in this bitch. Before we get started, man, we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves, man. My brother just pulled up. Black Roots was good, man. All right, man. That nigga ain't here, man. My name is Showtime.
My fault. All right, so 2 times I might be a dumbass. Shit.
What the fuck?
That was my dog.
That nigga choking a scroll in the background. What the
That's
fuck
my
is wrong
dog,
with
bro. Chill.
Nigga, that was G'iah. Nigga, I heard this shit.
So, yeah, 2 times I might be a dumbass because I've been sitting in the wrong StreamYard for like 10 minutes straight. I pulled up at 8:50 and sat in there. Didn't even look at the title. It said X. Then I start talking. My mic is still muted. So, yeah. But what up, y'all?
Hey, man. My name is Showtime Slim, man. Introduce yourself, dumbass. Fucking idiot.
My name is Dumbass Black Roots today, man.
Dumbass fucking idiot Black Roots.
Hey, you doing a lot.
That's your middle name. Fucking idiot is your middle name. All right, man. So we come to bring you the last episode of Secret Invasion. I was gonna say in real time. That's tomorrow.
Crazy.
Yeah, my bad. Let me run it back. We come to bring you the last episode of Secret Invasion, man. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
All right, yeah, I'm pissed off.
Shit. Tell us why. I got some thoughts too, man. Go tell us why you pissed.
So I understand that these last few been kind of short or whatever, and it might be my fault for expecting something. But I expected this episode to be a little bit longer, for one. Two, I expected some type of end credit in which I feel like they just like I don't necessarily see the connection that they were trying to make from this to Secret Wars, which is coming up. I don't know when, but it's coming up. And
so
maybe
I've heard Secret War.
Okay,
I've heard Armor War. You
right.
know what Armor War is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which one is the next one. Maybe Secret, because I think I've heard more about that. But I've been hearing about Armor Wars lately too. So I don't know which one this is actually leading into.
So that, and I feel like the ending was rushed like a motherfucker. Like it's definitely started fast. Nick Fury dropped 2 bodies in the first 2 minutes. That was fire. However, just to jump around a little bit, it just seemed like everything was rushed. I feel like most things had an explanation, but it's just I expected more. You know what I'm saying? Like I expected more trickery, more, and I guess no, not for the last episode, because I mean it's the last episode. We pretty much answered all we need to answer. But with how the episodes have been going, I just expected a little bit more. Not gonna lie, the fight was a little bit weak. The fight between G'iah and
man. Yeah. I think if we're gonna get straight to that, I think the fight was underwhelming as fuck as well. You remember like last week and maybe like a few weeks back, we was like thinking about like, okay, how is this final showdown gonna be? Like, what they gonna do? They gonna have whatever it is, some crazy shit is about to happen. It's gonna be a crazy showdown with G'iah and Nick and Gravik, and we don't know how G'iah and Nick are gonna be able to face this nigga and his rebel scroll. Like we had all them like thoughts, leading up to this, and like you said, the fight was to me a little bit underwhelming, man.
And they ran this weak ass fight on one side, and then Nick Fury is having a conversation with a gun pointed at him on the other side. Like
I actually like that though. I like the transition back and forth because it kind of helped to build the tension a little bit, like because the president was like trying to figure out what the fuck to do. So I kind of like how they did that. They weaved it in and out. They didn't just show the scene straight through. It kind of built tension that way. I kind of like that. My only thing is the fight was okay for a little minute. It was okay for like a little minute, and then it was like
the first 30 seconds or so was was all right, okay, oh shit, all right, and then it was just the same shit continued.
Whenever
I don't
G'iah,
feel
like,
the fight
bro,
went up much.
so the plot twist there was fire.
Oh
The
yeah,
plot
most
twist
definitely.
right there was fire. So we get Nick Fury, and we don't have to really talk about this in chronological order today,
Right.
but we get Nick Fury, who goes to meet Gravik, and he has the harvest for him. And so he gives him the harvest, and
He
they
doing
have
all
this
this
whole,
coughing and taking medicine and shit on
yeah,
the
I'm
way
like,
here
what the
too.
fuck this coughing and shit for? And then Gravik stumped on dude pills. Like, Gravik was Gravik for the first half of this show.
Facts.
He was the Gravik that we been seeing this entire series, the one that we been talking about, like the standout. And then when it gets to this fight, we see that Nick Fury is in there with fucking Gravik whenever he gives him the harvest, and then Gravik turns on the machine and he's turned into a super scroll. And I'm like, well, shit, Nick is in there with him. Is he gonna turn into some shit too, or what?
And then, I was hoping that's not what was gonna happen. Like,
right.
don't give Nick Fury superpowers. That's so ass.
Right. And then we see Gravik come out, this big brolic super scroll nigga.
Batista built ass nigga.
He smacked the fuck out Nick, boy. Sent him flying. I'm like, yeah, this nigga Nick ain't turning the shit. Like, he finna get his ass.
He regular as fuck, about to get beat the fuck up.
And then he pick him up and pin him to the wall, and he about to punch the fuck out Nick. And all of a sudden, Nick just grabbed his hand. I'm like, okay, oh shit, wait.
No, okay, really, so that's where I gotta disagree. I was pissed because I thought they had actually gave Nick superpowers. I say, I know goddamn well they did not give this. We are not looking at Super Nick right now.
It caught me off guard, dog. It caught me off guard. I was like, oh shit, like what? This nigga really did get him, because leading up to it, like, everybody's thinking, you probably thinking, I'm thinking that, okay, Nick Fury got a plan. He always got a fucking plan. It's no way he just walking up here to give Gravik this harvest and that's that. Like, he told him, look, I'll give you this, you just leave Earth, this and that. That's not all Nick Fury came there to do. Like, that's not your entire plan, bro. And so I'm thinking he got to have some kind of plan. Like, what is up with this coffin, this medicine, this and that? So I'm just trying to piece it together. Like, nah, something got to be up. And then whenever it happens, it's like, okay, this nigga Nick actually got hit with some shit. But then we see what the fuck it is, bro. Is actually, because Nick punched the fuck out of him with this fake ass, weak ass punch. I don't like how that punch looked, but
talking about the CGI punch.
Yeah, it looked arm and shit. Yeah, it was effective. I don't like how it looked. It was effective. It knocked Gravik ass all the way across town somewhere. And so we see after that it's G'iah. It's actually fucking G'iah. And I'm like, oh shit, that was a great fucking plan. And so we get the little fight between Gravik and G'iah right there. And one of my biggest issues with this fight is that we don't see the Gravik that we've been seeing for the past 5 episodes. That nigga
didn't do not one cold thing, bro. Not one. There was no coldness. There was no cool. There was no shock. Like, there was not. Like, he didn't even have
a fight. It wasn't a fight.
Yeah, which is weird because they're equal at this point, or at least they should be. So I'm thinking it should be more of an even fight, but it was kind of lopsided most of the time.
I mean, I get the assumption that G'iah might have had more. I don't know where or how, but obviously she's mixed up with Nick, and Nick gave her the harvest and shit. So I'm assuming
power of love bullshit, man. She popped it off with "you killed my parents" and shit.
Well, I actually think she might have had a little bit more abilities. They just didn't explain, like, if she did, then how she got them, because she definitely overpowered the fuck out of Gravik, and that was not expected at all. Like, that's your final showdown, like him getting his ass whooped after all this cold shit he did this entire series. Like, even leading up to that fight, he was still him. He was cold. Like, when he was talking to Nick, and
let's
Nick was looking down.
Let's focus on that. Let's focus on the dialogue right there.
That shit was fire, nigga. That shit was fire.
Because the whole time, throughout the season, they haven't really had much conversation. It's been like just slick shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas saying slick comments back and forth. But now they're like man to man having a conversation and shit. And and he's like, you know, he really like bearing his soul and shit. Like,
yeah,
nigga,
we
I
actually get to the
trusted you.
root of the fucking issue. So this is something that they addressed a little bit earlier in the series. Now we're getting to the root of the issue from Gravik's point of view, his perspective, and also Nick's rebuttal to that shit.
And I think his rebuttal was cool too. Like, nigga, I mean, it's not Nick, but the nigga apologized. But I feel like he would have said the same thing in that moment. You know, I failed y'all, type shit. You know, and this nigga, Gravik, he was like, nigga, you was my hero. Like, I really looked up to your ass. I did everything I needed. I think I did everything you told me to impress you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to try to live up to your
killed
standard.
all these people because you told him to do it. Like he told him, like, you see my face, you don't remember this face? Like, this is the first person you ever told me to kill. I did that shit for you, type shit. And so
that
like,
shit was fire, bro. He really
the
he
fucking
really told
emotion in that shit, nigga. Like, you could see it in his face. Like, that shit was crazy. The dialogue and the thing about this series is the dialogue in every episode has been fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely.
The dialogue has been great. You know, it hasn't been a lot of action throughout the course of this series. The dialogue and the characters kind of carried this shit. Right. And up until this point, Gravik carried a lot of it himself because as a fucking antagonist, he's different. Even though he ain't got all the crazy powers like some of the super villains got.
Nigga got crazy ass amount of skill.
His demeanor, his skill, his planning, like how detail oriented he is, like everything about this guy is fire. And so that's why I don't like how the final showdown he got his ass whooped the way he did by G'iah.
You know what? And I just realized this. You know who he remind me of? Who? He remind me of Bane from Batman. You know, minus all the muscles and shit, but like cold ass martial artist, nigga, cold with a gun, nigga, cold in conversation. Like, this nigga was all around cold, and which is why I was so underwhelmed with this fight. I think the CGI didn't help. Most definitely didn't help. I feel like they could have maybe went a different way with how you display the powers of a Super Scroll. But I mean, there was some cool parts. You know what I'm saying? Like when
shit, the powers of the Super Scrolls is just the powers of the Avengers and everybody else is seeing like.
And you know what? I think that might have been what made it kind of weak because we done seen everybody powers. You know, this is the equivalent to the in-game fight, just with two people.
Yeah, I'll say I think it was fire the part where he was actually, when they were free falling, they was falling down. He actually started choking the shit out of her. Like,
bro, he was about to power drive and like choke the shit out this bitch at the same time.
And she grew some mantis fucking antlers, not antlers, but antennas. Yeah, I said antlers like that bitch a deer. she grew some mantis antennas and put bro to sleep. Like, that was crazy. But I still don't like how the fuck. This was no competition. This fight was no fight. Like, Gravik was overmatched from the very beginning. And he got one little part in there where he kind of took control, and then she just quickly like turned that shit around on him. So he this is the weakest we actually seen him this entire fucking series, and that's ironic because it's the strongest his form has been. But
he was supposed to smack her around a little bit, bro. There should have been, and maybe it was because of the time duration, or maybe they cut down the shit a little bit more. But it definitely should have been more of a fight. It should have been as one-sided as it was her way. I feel like there should have been a segment where it was one-sided his way as well. Like, it seemed like
said something
he didn't have a chance.
He didn't have a chance from the very beginning, and so you said something about the time duration. I was just thinking about when she caught his fucking hand when he was about to punch her. I was like, yeah, he didn't have a chance from the very beginning when she caught his fucking hand. But about the time duration, I don't get how they did this. I don't get why they did this because, as we discussed, like the first 2 episodes were over 50 minutes each. Every other episode like after 45, that was
like 30, like 38 to 45. 45 being the absolute longest. I think it was like the third one. One of them was close to 40. I'll say close to 40.
I'll say 4, 5, and 6 were all between like 32 and 36, 32 and 35 minutes.
Right.
And so I don't understand why they did that. Like, they started the series out with longer episodes, and that was to like kind of build the world and the backstory and show the characters, flesh the characters out. They did that in 2 episodes, and then every other episode was short as fuck. And this is an episode that I feel like could have benefited from being longer, because this entire series was built up amazingly, and it was built up to this final showdown with Gravik and G'iah or Nick or whoever, and then they just threw like a little 5-minute fight in there that was underwhelming, one-sided. It's like, I don't think it did it justice.
I think, and this may be a stretch, and I may be hating, but I don't care. I think that might have been the weakest fight I've ever seen, like on a TV show or a movie.
The fight was super weak, bro, because it like we said, it was not a fight.
I feel like henchmen have put up better like stats in the fight than Gravik did in this one.
We saw what Gravik did against the 4 or 5 guys that tried to jump him. The Skrulls that tried to jump him.
Ain't do none of that.
And although they were not super Skrulls, still, like, that fight was better than this fight. And so for him and G'iah to both have these powers, for them to take this fight and make it one-sided, and Gravik gets his ass whooped halfway through the episode, it's like, okay, now what? So obviously we see the end of the episode is to lead into other shit, but I'm like,
now I will say I kind of appreciated a little bit of the parallel between how Gravik killed G'iah, or how he thought he killed her, and how she killed him. Because usually, like right before the final blow, there's some type of word exchange. And G'iah wasn't talking about shit the same way Gravik wasn't talking about shit. She just put a hole in the nigga's chest, dropped him, and walked the fuck off.
Yeah, when he was like, "You just like your father, you like the rest of them, this and that." Yeah.
And she ain't say shit. She said, "Bye, nigga," and took that nigga life.
Like, look at this big brolic ass nigga, bro. This nigga, like, if I tell you this nigga got his ass whooped and didn't put up a fight, like,
nobody would believe you. Nobody would believe you.
He didn't put up a fight, boy.
Like, nigga, against who? Who did he lose to? Because that don't make sense.
A girl.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You see how that sounds?
Nah, that sounds crazy.
This big brolic, like you said, Batista looking ass nigga, man. Nigga got his ass whooped by a girl. Nigga, it wasn't close.
And she wasn't even in her form, was she? Like, she was in regular G'iah form, except for her arms and legs and shit. Yeah, see, she didn't even go her like her final form type shit. This nigga was in his final form.
Nah, but she had this shit right here. The that fucking glow.
That shit was cold.
And so I'm just having the thought right now. I believe this might be the Captain Marvel glow. That's the Captain Marvel shit.
That's exactly what that is.
Okay. Did Gravik not have the Captain Marvel? That might be why she's strong. I feel like she had more.
So he had her powers. Like, he had both of them had the same powers. Mm-hmm. I think she dwelled more on her Captain Marvel powers towards the end of the fight than he did.
So this is why it's not making any sense to me, because if they both have the same exact powers, why was it so one-sided? That's why I don't believe. I have a hard time believing that they were evenly matched. I can't. Like, that don't make sense to me.
When you do a fight like this, even in like kung fu movies, for example, if there are two grandmasters of martial arts fighting each other, there's sequences. You know, there's points where one dude is up and the other one's down, and vice versa. There wasn't any of that. Like,
talking about Ip Man, because he just
Ip Man.
Everybody.
Well, his final fights be a lot better than this shit, and it be equal at some points.
For sure.
You know, but like there was, I think they just boxed for a little bit and it was over.
Yeah, Gravik didn't stand a chance, and I that's very disappointing, because the way they built his character up and his demeanor and everything this entire series, you expect more out of a character like this. And KTL said he sent something earlier that showed that this happens to be the lowest rated episode that they've had, and I believe it's because like we said, like this shit was underwhelming, like for a season finale. The fight was underwhelming. I
think all of it was 100% thrown together.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. To talk about like how fucking great this series was. Like, we talked about it like every week. except 1 week. Like 1 week was a little bit underwhelming, but it still wasn't this.
Hold
But
on.
it's like,
Is this the only thing that Marvel has put out since the writers' strike started?
maybe you about to say the writers went on strike for the season finale.
Nah, not necessarily that, but I think that's why. I think they were limited. I think for all of this, in which they had a lot. You know what? If they did go on strike right as they were writing the last episode, that's ass.
We're gonna have to look into some more information in the background about this.
Yeah. Like that,
hey man, if you listen up to this point, hit the like button, subscribe, man, comment, anything, man. Let's get some engagement, man. We fuck with all of our subscribers. We fuck with everybody that watches, man. Even if you're not subscribed, man, we fuck with all of y'all. So, show us some love. Hit the like button, comment, talk to us. We'll talk back to you. Subscribe, everything, man. Salute to y'all. Spoiler alert. 20 minutes in, nigga. Spoiler alert.
Like, I hope you didn't click on this and not watch it. That's just stupid. Like, you got 37 minutes to waste. So
let's talk about the so we see after the fight and everything, we see the fucking lab and the pods and everything where all the hostages are being kept.
Right.
And G'iah goes and she frees the hostages, and we see, it's like Agent Ross down there, and the real Rhodey is down there, of course.
Non-walking ass nigga.
Oh yeah, he can't walk. He been down there the longest. He can't walk. There was a discussion about how long he's been down there, and there's a lot of theories going around. He has not been down there since before Endgame. He got captured after Endgame. Yeah, because he actually had some like physical punishment around that time in Endgame, and so if he was a Skrull, he would have like transformed back into a Skrull and shit. Like,
right, like he was passed out and shit.
Right, so that's not a fact that he was captured before. He was in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier for like an episode, I believe.
What?
And yeah, he didn't. It was like a little minor part. So maybe he was captured around that time. What I've seen that kind of makes the most sense is that but somewhere between WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier or something like that, maybe. Because that he didn't really have a lot of screen time and shit like around that time. So maybe somewhere around there, because it wouldn't make sense for him to be captured before Endgame or anything like that. So
why would niggas even care like that? He got captured. Like, don't matter when he got captured.
Well, it's always discussions about everything. There was an article that I saw a few weeks ago. I didn't really read it, but it was like one of your favorite Avengers or something like that has been Skrull for longer than you even know, or something like that. And obviously they're probably talking about him. That's
fucking clickbait.
Yeah, it's probably talking about him for sure. I didn't read it though.
But yeah, the conversation between the tenseness between Rhodey or fake Rhodey and the president and Sonya and Nick, I think that was cool.
Talking about this right
here? The tension being built up. I feel like that nigga Rhodey didn't defend himself well at all. Like, I
love Sonya, bro. Side note.
She is fire.
Yeah,
she is definitely fire. Like, she's like an old version of what's her name? Black Widow. Like, she might have them type of spy skills and shit like that. Like, all she did was like stand behind the door. Like, that nigga Rhodey might be ass, bro. Like, he went in there, searched the whole room and didn't even look behind the door, and she just stepped out.
Well, that's basically what she says. Didn't check behind the door. You really are a scrub, because this Skrull is not fucking. This Skrull don't know what the fuck they doing up there, man. You're perpetrating some shit. You don't know what you're doing. So like, the real Rhodey probably would have checked behind the door.
The real Rhodey probably would have shot the door first and then checked it. Like,
I don't know, maybe
he definitely wouldn't have got caught slipping like that. That shit was terrible.
Nah, I think that's the point she was trying to make. Like, you a scrub. Like, you didn't even check behind the door. You don't even know what the fuck you doing, Ricky. That's what she meant.
Rookie ass nigga.
Rookie ass. What is it? Rookie ass Rhodes?
Rookie Rose.
You don't even know how to be Rose right. Get out of here.
That nigga fucked around, still got shot in his shit at the end. It ain't even matter.
Yeah, he tried to. He overpowered her and took the gun at one point. And Nick, using his Nick Fury skills, his Nickness, he shot him down and shit. And we see that he turns into a scroll. So that alerts the president. Someone get me a phone. Now he wants to call off the strike and shit. So
yeah, he avoids the war with Russia and then turns on all the scrolls, because clearly all of them are bad. And he did exactly what we thought niggas would do. The same thing that Nick has been struggling with this whole fucking time, of the human race is not accepting of people who are not human. And that nigga said, we will find all y'all niggas and murk the shit out of y'all.
Yeah, but so to me, that brings up a bigger problem. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that brings up a bigger problem. Obviously, he's saying that like any non-world like people, whatever, anybody not born on Earth, you're basically an enemy at this point. We're gonna find you. We know where you are. We're gonna kill you. And so, yeah, that's making me think about the other alien species.
Fucking Captain Marvel, half of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
But Captain Marvel is technically, I don't know. She's
yeah. You're right. She was born on Earth.
Yeah,
but she
like Peter Quill type.
Like half of the Guardians of the Galaxy, fucking Thor. Fuck everybody that hasn't been born on Earth, like, this is gonna be a problem.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if that's really what they're trying to go to, but when you say anybody who's not human, that's what basically you said. Anybody who wasn't born on Earth, you're talking about these alien species, especially the ones that have been helping, helping us protect the Earth. Like that's pretty much talking about like mutants and shit too. Like I don't know if that's talking about mutants. I don't really know who that encompasses.
But
yeah, I don't know who that encompasses.
It wouldn't be unlike them, because I mean, in all of the X-Men movies, there was always some disdain between humans and mutants. So they might just throw them in along with that shit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of which people are like not human, like people like Groot, of course, like Rocket, of course, like when you talk about, like, let's say
nigga, all of the Guardians of the Galaxy except Star-Lord.
Yeah, Gamora. Elizabeth. And they don't even want to fuck with like the higher beings and shit. Like, they leave them alone.
Definitely leave them niggas alone. Don't go looking for Thor. Like,
Mantis is not a human. So I don't know, man. Maybe they just mean Skrulls, but the way I took that was to mean like all of you fucking alien people. And so to me, that's a way bigger problem than what you want, Press.
Facts. Niggas don't have, y'all could barely defeat the Skrulls, bro. Like, and it was like a few of them compared to how many was actually there.
No, if we had to run the one humans versus Skrulls, we would get our ass kicked
badly.
But like the way he got shit going now, it's like a bunch of vigilantes running around.
Yeah, just marking niggas.
And Nick telling them like, well, y'all smoking the good Skrulls that want to help us and shit. And the president don't give a
innocent
fuck.
people, because like they showed one Skrull getting shot down, and then they showed a regular human getting shot down because they thought they were a Skrull.
And also the Indian lady who was with the council earlier in the season, and she wasn't with
fire and that shit.
She was smoking some of them vigilantes. So it's like, y'all just got people dying out here for no reason. Like, come on, president. He don't give a fuck though, so it's gonna go into chaos.
Facts. And then on the other side of things, Nick is, I guess, what's the word, brokering this peace deal between the Kree, which was the previous enemy of the Skrull up until recent, and the Skrull people. So maybe they could possibly get their home back and shit. Nick trying to get these niggas to a safe haven or some shit, but they got to make it off Earth first with this bullshit going on.
Nigga, did you just drink some helium or something?
What's about?
I don't know. You sound like you was on helium.
Do I sound all right now?
Yeah, I think you said. Pause. Yeah, you straight. you good. But so what we get the whole scene with G'iah and Sonya. I fuck with Sonya heavy, man. And she pull up on G'iah, and G'iah like, hey man, if you ain't got a whole army with you, you might want to get up out of my face type shit.
Facts.
And Sonya tell her like, look, we don't want no smoke. I know who you are, and you got these newfound abilities, man. So we need your help, and you need our help. Like, let's use each other. And I like how Sonya just be keeping shit real.
I think that scene was mad cold. Like, usually if it was somebody else, I'm like, oh, you a bitch. You just copped the plea. Like, she said you ain't got no army and you stood down. But like with Sonya, like she always like that. She always 100% real.
She real as fuck, boy. She don't bite. She don't sugarcoat shit. She don't bite her tongue. She don't give no fucks. She'll walk up to anybody and say what she gotta say. Remember when she tortured old dude in the chain? Like, she got a lot of shit,
face, bro.
She got a lot of shit in her arsenal to just be a regular human lady from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she got a lot of shit in her fucking arsenal. I fuck with her heavy. I like her more than I like Nick Fury as a spy at this point.
Damn. All right.
She cold as shit. Like, I ain't see her do no weak ass shit this whole series.
Yeah,
and this ain't even about her.
Neither. Every time she on scene, she either saying some cold shit or shooting the shit out of somebody.
Or doing some cold shit. When she was interrogating the old dude.
Boiled that nigga blood. That's crazy. She really boiled this nigga from the inside. That's insane.
Shout out Sonya, man. We need more of her in this MCU shit. So
and
hopefully
they're setting it up. They're setting it up like she's gonna be like a part, not maybe not like the main roster, but like definitely on this side of the storyline, she's definitely gonna be a key component.
Yeah, clearly they're about to do something with her and G'iah as part of the storyline. So whatever they got going on.
So to address the last like 10 minutes, starting with her, she come up on all them fucking bodies and shit. I guess they were underground or some shit, I would assume. But it was like 1 million, 2 million people down there just unconscious as shit.
You talking about the hostages?
Yeah.
There's no way it was 1 million people down there. You're crazy.
Bro, he said that there are 1 million scrolls here. That's what what's his name? Tylo said. He said there are 1 million scrolls here on Earth. He said here on Earth there are at least 1 million scrolls.
Yeah, but that don't mean they're all captured. Hell no, some of them dead. Like what Gravik said.
All right,
the guy that he turned it to died.
Let's say 500,000.
It's no fucking way.
There's no way there wasn't a 500,000 people down there.
No, you realize that she like freed all of them, right? It was no way she freed 500,000 people down there.
No. I'm talking about at the very end, not where G'iah freed them. I'm talking about when G'iah and Sonya pulled up on all them bodies and shit that was unconscious and shit. They had the fucking cloaks over them and everything. They was laying on the little stretchers and shit with the little beams going through their head and shit.
Oh, I thought you meant when they freed the hostages.
No. I'm talking about.
I was like, it's no way it's 500,000 people in that little compound.
That was like 100 people, maybe 100 people. I say 50 tops. But I'm talking about the other motherfuckers that we came across in like the last 10 minutes or last 5 minutes rather.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing where that goes because I kind of like Gaia's character. And now she got all these fucking ability, and I like Sonya. And so I'm interested in seeing where they take that. On the flip side,
seeing where they're gonna find somebody to fight her.
Fight who?
G'iah. Because they just made her look super fucking OP just now. So you gotta give.
She is OP.
You gotta give a fucking. I don't even fucking know. Like you gotta put all of them powers that she got. You gotta put every single one of them niggas against her.
I'm gonna be honest. How they
just made her look.
G'iah loses to Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Even with because one of the powers she had was from one of Thanos' like right hand men, the nigga that could use the telekinesis and shit. That was like one of her powers and shit. But boxing wise, I think Thanos might beat her ass for real. Like seeing how he did
Hulk.
Hulk, all of the fucking Avengers when it came hand to hand.
I don't know. It's tricky because I don't know what DNA she has. Obviously, Tony Stark's DNA isn't what makes him who he is.
Right.
Ant-Man's DNA isn't what makes him who he is. So yeah, I believe she loses.
From what I can see, the list of DNA is the Frost Beast that stands out to me a lot.
Groot,
of course, Captain Marvel, the Rock nigga, the Rock dude from Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, the Thing, the clobbering time nigga.
That's not Guardians nigga. That's Fantastic Four.
No. There's a Rock nigga he's in the second. Oh no, he's from Thor. Yeah, he's from Thor. He was in the second movie. Remember when Thor got not the second movie, the third movie. Whenever Thor fights
Ragnarok.
Yeah. When Thor fights the Hulk, right before he fights him, he's in the little holding cell shit, and there's a Rock nigga down there.
Okay.
he's like from a species made entirely of rocks and shit. I don't know.
That's probably what that was then. Yeah, because Fantastic Four hasn't officially been introduced into the MCU. So yeah.
But and then the like I said, the other Thanos nigga, she got his DNA too. I think that's it. And Hulk. I didn't say Hulk. Or I did, maybe. I don't know. But even still, there's mad other people. You know, you still got. I mean, she doesn't even have all of Thanos' powers. Not Thanos, Thor. I don't think she had any of Thor powers.
Mm-mm.
That nigga Thor might do something to
her. The fact that she got so many, it makes her a threat to like just one person. Mm-hmm. But somebody like Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet definitely could beat her because we saw Thanos on all of these niggas' ass
every time they met up.
And she doesn't even have the powers of everybody that was out there fighting him. Right. And so that's the thing. Like, I don't think she has like T'Challa and Ant-Man and Tony Stark, like, because Tony Stark has a suit. War Machine has a suit. T'Challa has a suit.
She ain't got
T'Challa's DNA.
Because okay, so and I literally have to fucking freeze frame it. But when Gravik got the harvest from Nick, he uploaded it into the system and it ran down all of the DNA. Yeah, so I did see Captain America, I saw Winter Soldier, and a few more people. So basically everybody that was out there, they got everybody's DNA, I can assume.
Yeah, but what I was saying is some of their DNA, it doesn't matter.
Them, like
Tony Stark, you can have Tony Stark's DNA. It's not going to make you an Iron Man type of person. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Same thing with Winter Soldier. That nigga just got super.
But he's a super soldier now. Arm. That might affect his DNA because that's the same shit Cap got.
Okay, so that might give her like some extra strength and speed and shit.
She definitely did some super speed shit. So I don't know who she got that from.
Probably. Yeah, that was like.
I thought Quicksilver at first, but there's no way because he wasn't even around.
He wasn't out there, right?
Yeah,
nigga got murked.
He got smoked way before all this happened. So it might be like Cap or somebody.
Shit. I just thought of if she got Scarlet Witch DNA.
She wasn't there though.
She was there in that fight.
Not in game. She was already gone.
You lying?
Yeah, Scarlet Witch was gone already. You remember she got sacrificed and Hawkeye stayed.
No, you thinking about Black Widow, dude.
Oh, you said Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, and then you said Scarlet Witch.
Oh, my bitch Wanda. Yeah. Shout out Wanda, man. Wanda the coldest. I love her.
But yeah, if she got Wanda powers, then she might really be a problem for Thanos because Scarlet Witch was a problem for Ultron, and that nigga, though he was
no. Backtrack. Wanda was not even the Scarlet Witch at that point. So that's a little bit.
She wasn't OP. Yeah, she wasn't OP like that. So.
She was just a regular Wanda.
Yeah.
She became Scarlet Witch after at the end of WandaVision.
Okay. Yeah. So, but even still, like,
Scarlet Witch was on. Scarlet Witch was on ass when last time we seen her.
Facts.
They couldn't do shit with her. She fucked herself up.
Now she was only fighting like, excuse me, she was only fighting like 2 people.
You're crazy.
With powers.
Come on, you crazy. They all got powers out there. Who you talking about?
Scarlet Witch when she was fighting.
Who was she her fighting?
Show. When she was fighting.
No, not talking about that.
Rambo.
Agatha.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm talking about Doctor Strange.
Okay. Yeah.
All of them out there had powers.
They in the little parallel universe shit with Fantastic Four and shit, and she
yeah, but I mean, even before that, that's a fact. She smoked all them. She made them look crazy. But I'm talking about even before, like at the beginning when Doctor Strange and Wong ain't want to let her in the city and shit. They had the little force field up there.
And
man, that shit wasn't shit, boy. y'all got all these sorcerers out here doing this shit, and y'all can't stop this one. Y'all can't stop this one Wanda over here. She was on ass. Like if she didn't have that bullshit, maternal instinct shit kick in, like there was nothing they could do with her. She fucked herself over because some kids that ain't even hers. They wasn't hers. They not your kids, Wanda. You don't have no kids.
Bro. That's fucked up.
Wanda, you made up some kids. You never had kids.
they was her kids. Well, they wasn't her kids. They was the other Wanda's kids in the other universe and shit. And
this
was the same people, but not
this Wanda. Yeah, our Wanda never had no kids. So what? She definitely. She went over there trying to steal that lady kids. And
you know what? That's pretty much the same shit from what is it? Enter the Spideyverse. That's what what's his name? Fisk was trying to do. He was trying to bring back his wife, but it wasn't really his wife because it was his wife from another universe.
And that's another thing. Like he was beating Miles Morales' ass before that. He was beating the living daylight out of Miles Morales.
He started losing after he lost his wife. After he lost his second wife.
Yeah, like his wife that ain't even his wife was like, what are you doing? And then he turned around, man, beat this nigga ass. What are you doing? Your wife, come on, brother. Your wife been gone. You know that.
So basically, if you a superhero, you can't be or a supervillain rather, you can't be a parent.
Not to no parallel universe as children. These ain't even their kids. But in his situation, I think him. He what was his name again?
Fisk.
He got a different name.
Not Fisk. Fist.
I thought he got a different name. He has another name, a villain name.
Kingpin.
Fucking Kingpin. So Kingpin was beating the shit out of Miles Morales. So let's put that there. He would have smoked that nigga just like Vulture probably was finna smoke. We getting off track.
We're
getting off track.
But
yeah, man. Shout out Wanda, man. I love her. She's gone.
Man. Fucking G'iah. I don't know who they about to put on her ass for smoke, but good luck, buddy.
Well, they're gonna do something. Apparently, I don't know what they're gonna do with her and Sonya because they're trying to make her the leader for the Skrulls, and I don't know where they're going with that, but I'm interested to see where it goes. I will say, if we're talking about Kang, the real Kang, at his full strength, like
don't do it. I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet.
Well, I'm just saying, Kang will get on her ass probably.
Now I know about Kang. He definitely will, but I haven't seen the movie yet, so I haven't had a true visual.
No, that ain't shit. You can watch it. That ain't shit.
But yeah, I mean, do we have anything else?
The last thing.
Fucking episode.
Yeah, and it was underwhelming. But the last thing is the Nick Fury part with him and Vera.
Yeah. So that nigga pulled up to the same place he got dropped off at, was getting ready to go back and shit and handle this little peace treaty shit, and Vera pulled up.
Before that, Ruse, when he went back to her house.
Oh yeah, she wasn't going.
Yeah, he was like, I'm leaving tonight type shit. And she was like, well, I guess it's the last time we gonna see each other type shit. And he's like, well, listen, you know where I'm at if whatever the fuck, like
Which that was
if
some
you
cold
forgive
shit.
me, if you ever find it in your heart to forgive me or whatever, you know where I'm at or some shit he say.
He did not handle that like a bitch ass nigga. A lot of you bitch ass niggas out there would have got on your knees, did all types of extra shit. That nigga Nick said, "Look, I'm sorry. You want to be with me?" She said, "No. All right, you know where to find me. I'm out this bitch." And
Well,
the
yeah,
nigga walked up.
he used to it. This the third time he left this hoe. The first time he ain't tried to. It was a blip.
You're
This the
right.
third time he done left this hoe. So it's like he used to walking out this bitch life. Like that shit easy for him.
It sound fucked up.
It's the
Is Nick
truth
a piece
though.
of shit?
Oh,
Is
we
Nick a
already
piece of
discussed
shit?
he was a piece of shit and a fucking fraud, and this episode confirmed it.
Niggas about to
Like
leave again.
the nigga was. Oh, you remember what I said in the first episode
Nah,
when we
what?
did this? Nick, you promised him a fucking home 30 years ago, nigga. He
We
never
making
was.
all types of
He
promises he can't
he
hold.
never planned on giving them a fucking home. He said he knew a few years like into it that
He was
nigga,
in.
it ain't no planets out there for y'all. Why you didn't tell these people that?
And then he was like released. He said the last thing he felt before the blip.
He ran away. He was trying to run away, bitch ass nigga, and he only came back to Earth because he felt responsible for Gravik because he was one of his niggas. God, and Gravik ain't want to hear all that shit. If you would have kept your fucking word, he say, Nick, Nick, if you would have kept your fucking bitch ass nigga, stop looking down. Look at me. And he grabbed that nigga neck. He grabbed his neck. He grabbed his head. Look at me, nigga. This is your fault.
Your fucking word.
You would have kept your fucking word.
These niggas' ass.
Nah, your race gotta die because you ain't keep your fucking word. The planet that you tried to save is finna die because you. Like whatever he was saying, he was on that nigga ass.
That nigga went down the list like, look, I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna kill your whole fucking race. I'm gonna take a blowtorch. That nigga said, I'm gonna take a blowtorch to humanity.
Hell yeah, that nigga was talking crazy, boy, just to go out like a bitch. Like that's ass. Like that's fucking trash. They did all this shit.
Crazy talking.
They did all this fucking buildup to make him go out like a fucking bitch ass. Come on,
that's
bro.
Definitely what makes the fight weaker. Like even like the 5 minutes or not 5, it was maybe like 15 minutes of dialogue. Like all this dialogue, this cold ass dialogue. Nick bearing his soul, Gravik bearing his soul, talking to this nigga crazy, all this shit just to get the shit.
Bro, we talking about a character that had everybody in a chokehold this whole series. He had everybody in the palm of his hand. He was ahead of everybody, 5 steps ahead of everybody every time. He had everything planned out. He was really a cold villain.
And the nigga
come on, bro.
Cool, bro. Like motherfucking Nick pulled up. He didn't even know he had the harvest, but first thing, you want to drink? He took the nigga pills, but you want to drink?
He stumped on that nigga pills.
Said there was a little grate and shit, and he kicked it through the grate. He's like, yeah, bitch ass nigga, you want to drink?
You ain't think the last 20 minutes of your life was gonna be up here with me, huh? Some shit he told that nigga.
He was talking crazy to that nigga. All to die. Damn,
that shit was ass. That shit was fucking trash. Damn. The plot twist was fire, but the fight was terrible. That shit was ass. Bro,
we've talked about who's gonna handle Gravik every episode, bro.
And I said it was gonna have to be G'iah some kind of way. She was gonna have to be involved in the fight. I just didn't know how they were gonna be able to beat this nigga because he's more powerful than everybody, and he's just he don't give a fuck. He never gave a fuck, not one time, about nothing. He ain't trying to hear nothing. He ain't trying to he don't want to talk. He finna kill you. Like that's what he on. He on action, and so. I don't understand like why they made him go out like that in this episode. He didn't even put up a fight. It wasn't man, that shit is so ass.
Question.
Yeah.
So with the recent rumors and whatnot with surrounding Deadpool and how he's gonna basically kill off the FX universe and shit, and mutants are gonna be introduced to the MCU along with Deadpool. Do you think that the fight would be a little bit more even if the humans have some mutants on their side? Not likely, because the humans are fucking racist towards people outside of the earth, even more so now because now it's smoke now.
The fight between who?
Between the humans and the Skrull people.
I don't think there's gonna be a fight.
So you don't think there's gonna be like a squabble between the two? You think it's gonna continue to be run down and walk ups?
Like we already said, like there's like if it was us versus a race of Skrulls, we get our ass whooped. Yeah. So there's no way they can't even make that like even match. They can't do
not even with mutants.
Why would they have the mutants on their side?
Again, this is completely hypothetical. Forget the reasoning. Yes, we understand that it doesn't make sense for if y'all got smoke with aliens because they different than humans, and they had smoke a different universe than humans had smoke with mutants because they wasn't humans. It's not likely for them to have the mutants on their side. However,
I actually don't think those two storylines are going to cross.
Well, they're going to bring in mutants.
But I don't think
at this point to kind of at least sprinkle some in there. You know, if they're going to be a part of the MCU now.
Nah, I don't think that whole Deadpool mutant thing is even going to cross with Secret Invasion. I think that's just going to be something entirely different because this Secret Invasion thing, they're not really, like we said, they're not really using a lot of heroes and other type of people in this type shit. I just don't see them bringing like a Wolverine or a Deadpool into this type of fucking show. I think they're gonna save that for like something bigger.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Because we still got we got a lot of routes to go. They still got the Kang shit there. I don't know what they're doing with that, if they're gonna continue that with Jonathan Majors.
Well, I just saw that they just basically rehired him after the trial went how it did. They basically rehired him for the same role.
What happened to the High Evolutionary? Did he get smoked, or is he still around?
Why I don't
from Guardians, the guy from Guardians that made Rocket, the black.
Yeah. He didn't get smoked. He didn't get smoked. So they beat the shit out of him, but they was like, it's not worth it and shit. Like spared the whole ass nigga.
Okay, so he's not coming back.
Yeah, his fucking face is going like he's fucked.
They got a lot of shit that they're doing, so I don't know how they're gonna piece this together because they got the shit they doing with Loki. Loki ain't shit, but just the this whole multiverse shit too. We got Kang as a villain. He was supposed to be the major antagonist in the entire thing for this phase and everything.
Well, it's not like a whole lot of shit has passed since then. Basically, it's still in the same spot. The only thing extra now is the Secret Invasion.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know where the Marvels are going with their shit. Like, is that going to be tied in with this,
or if it's probably going to be like its own thing at first, and then they're going to tie it in. That's usually what happens when they introduce some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because the Marvels are people that we've seen already, and so they're putting them together. Who are they? Like, who is the antagonist? What are they doing with that? We'll find out soon because it comes out in November. But I'm trying to figure out the direction that they're going with all these different things that they're doing. Like they got Kraven the Hunter coming out. I'm guessing he's probably going to be in the Spider-Man shit.
Yeah, he's more so in the Spider-Man universe. So, and I don't know what Spider-Man they're going to use, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing at this point with that because I think Tobey Maguire's supposed to be doing some shit. I don't know.
I think they, just being honest, they need to bring back Andrew Garfield.
They still got Venom also. Like Venom transported to where Spider-Man was in that last
symbiote, movie. The DNA for the symbiote got left behind. So Venom hasn't been introduced in this MCU yet. They've just introduced the symbiote. So they still have to make that.
Nah, they introduced him by having him there.
Yeah, they introduced him, but he went back. Remember, he went at the, I forget what was that. It was at the end of, but it was at the end of something where
it was No Way Home.
He ended up going. Yeah, I guess so. He ended up blipping back, but the bar that he was at, the symbiote dropped on the table, and now it's just wandering around and shit. So the symbiote still remains in this universe. However, it hasn't attached itself to a host yet, so we don't necessarily have a Venom character yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't get what they're doing. That mean Tom Hardy won't be the Venom in the MCU?
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know. I don't know. They got a lot of shit going on, man. We'll be covering like pretty much everything Marvel, man, going forward. So we'll be on top of it, man. We'll update everybody. We'll make videos about it, make more content about Marvel and everything. Overall,
we should definitely start doing like I don't know, maybe like a monthly update with all these, because rumors about this shit is always coming out every other day.
The problem with rumors is that, like rumors, like they're just it's a new rumor every day, like you said, and so
right.
I mean, when something is confirmed, then it's like, okay, maybe that, but the rumors be all over the fucking place. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
they got the Madam Web shit. I don't know when that's coming out, but that's being filmed. That's like the that's in the Spider-Man universe as well. But she's like,
I know about her. The first time I seen her, it was a game, a Spider-Man game. I think it was like the Ultimate Spider-Man or some shit like that. And it was like Shards of the Universe or some shit like that. And like she was like not the main person, but she was used as the main guidance for the game and shit. So I know about her character. I don't know what it's gonna have. Maybe she takes place of all the Spider-Mans and shit that was like helping hold shit together. Like she's actually the person that kind of like guides everything and makes sure shit goes the right way. She keeps track of all the Spider-Man universe and shit. So maybe she'll replace them. And also there's there's another rumor of a live action Spider-Man Miles Morales coming out.
Yeah, one thing that they did, I don't know if it's Miles Morales is not in the MCU, obviously.
Right.
But there was a crossover because we covered Across the Spider-Verse.
Right.
Donald Glover was Prowler
in
Across the Spider-Verse. He was also Aaron Davis in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. Aaron Davis is Prowler. They're the same person.
Makes a lot of fucking that makes a lot of fucking sense.
So yeah, that might just be a multiverse thing. You know how they cross timelines and shit. They might have brought the Tom Holland Prowler over and put him in the fucking Miles Morales movie. I don't know. It's a lot of shit going on in Marvel right
now. So that might have been a little Easter egg to the future for the Tom Holland character because he's out by himself now. So
Tom Holland may or may not come back. Like he's saying he might come back if certain things, this and that. He might be done with this shit. I don't know what's going on.
I don't be believing these niggas. That nigga, what's his name? Hugh Jackman said, "I'm done with the Wolverine character 3 movies ago," and was in all 3 of them hoes. So I don't want to hear that shit. He's Wolverine right now. Being filmed as Wolverine right now. So I don't want to hear it. I don't believe that shit until I see another nigga playing that character. That's when I believe that the previous nigga is retired of that character.
So let me ask you, man, with this being the 6th episode, what's your overall thoughts of the series? What you think about
it? This last episode definitely puts a little bit of a damper on the season as a whole. In finales for series, you always get like the big boom at the end, or some big ass cliffhanger that leads us over to the next shit, but it's still some exciting shit that happens leading up to either the cliffhanger or the big climax at the end,
making you wait for it. Like, damn, right. I gotta see.
It makes you anxious. It makes you anxious to continue watching.
Right.
I'm not saying that if they come out with a season 2, I'm not going to watch it. However, I'm not as pressed to see it now because of this finale. But overall, I think they did a great job. I think they did a great job writing the dialogue, writing the action scenes. All of this, everything except this episode was absolutely perfect. I had no problem with the season up until this last episode. So, yeah.
Yeah, we come from the battle rap world, And there's a thing where they say somebody's setup was better than they punch.
Oh, definitely.
That's
Definitely. The
exactly
setup
what
was
this is.
way crazier than the punch. The punch was ass.
The build up for this was amazing. Like building up to this season finale was amazing. The
They broke
dialogue,
the
like you
building
said,
with
was
the setup.
yeah, facts. Like like the dialogue was great. Like you said, it kept you interested every week. There was one week that was a little slow. It might have been like 4 or something. I can't remember. But outside of that, like the show was great. And the season finale was underwhelming because the major showdown that's been brewing for 5 episodes, it was weak as fuck. The fight was weak. And then like you said, to end the episode, there
It
was
was
really
weird.
nothing
Oh
that
yeah.
made you like, oh shit, I gotta watch the next season to see what happens. It's
Yeah, it
like,
was more so like informative.
yeah, it's like, okay, these two people are gonna team up, and then these two people going over here to do this, and the president got this standpoint. So, but it's not nothing that's like, oh shit, nigga, I gotta tune in. I can't wait till this come back. Nah, like it was underwhelming for the last episode, bro. Shout
John
out
Doe in the
John
chat.
Doe, man. Shout out Lights Out Television. Shout out everybody that pulled up. Man, salute to y'all. But yeah, that it was. The last episode was disappointing. The series is good overall. It's just it ended on a bad note to me.
A really bad note. Like in comparison,
Might be the worst
so
episode.
lopsided. They know might be. It definitely is. It definitely is. I feel like they could have had a little bit. They definitely should have made this episode longer and just added something in it. I don't know. Maybe make the fight a 2-part fight, or hell, in the episode, like add a bunch of shit prior and then end the episode right before the fight.
Well,
I don't know, but
Lights Out Television, you're wrong. The show was not as 6 weeks ago. The show was fire for like the entire show was fire leading up to this.
Right.
This episode was fucking underwhelming as fuck for how good the show was.
And if you watched it, you would believe the same shit. Now, knowing that the last episode is ass, I think it'll have you like more disappointed as you're watching it because you're watching all this cold shit happen, but you know the ending is gonna be ass now.
Yeah, the show was fucking great. Like it was fire shit happening down there every week. This episode, it was a couple points in there that was fire, but the for a season finale, this is not the fucking type of shit that you don't do this shit in a season finale. You don't build up, nigga. You don't build up to a final fight and make it one-sided, and the antagonist that's been like wilding on niggas the entire time, like smoking niggas physically and mentally. You don't just have this nigga go out and just not put up a fight against somebody else who's supposed to be evenly matched with him. I don't believe they was evenly matched. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they did. And then like after the fight, which was only like 5 minutes in the middle of the series, in the middle of the show, the ending didn't even do anything that was like made you want to see the next series or the next season. So I don't know. Like you said, Roos, I'll watch it too, but it's like they did not wrap this last episode up good at all. Everything else before this was better than this episode. And that makes sense to what KTL says. Like, this is the lowest rated episode that they have in this series. And I seen the numbers. It's really fucking low, nigga. This episode is rated really fucking low, and it's probably for the same reason we saying.
Yeah. So, word of caution to anybody who watches this, in which I don't understand why you would watch the recap of the last episode and you ain't watched none of the shit. But anybody that
Lights Out Television and John Doe. Sounds like
anybody that hasn't watched this, watch the last episode with the mind of being informed. That's it.
Watch the last episode just to see what happens, because
just to put
leading up to it, you want to know, wait, what the fuck is gonna happen? But once you see what happens, it's like, oh, that shit could have been 10 times better than that. Like, you had me waiting and expecting something crazy this entire time, and it wasn't. The setup was better than the punch.
For anybody that watches this and is actually invested in Marvel from any type of standpoint, from just a fan standpoint, come back and comment and tell us, have a conversation with us. Tell us how ass you think it is or how good you think it is, whatever. But not to say that this will make it all the way up to Marvel's ears, but I think more people talking about how disappointing this last episode was, they definitely listen to feedback. They listen
get me in the writer's room. I am not on strike.
I think you got to get yourself on the writer's room.
I am not on strike. I am an active writer. I've never wrote anything, but I'm an active writer, nigga.
Man, shit.
I'm an active idea guy. I haven't really, I haven't written anything like myself yet. But
I'm not even gonna lie to you, Slim. I know you haven't written anything, and I feel like you could have wrote something better than that.
Boy, if they get me in that idea room, nigga, it's going up. It's going up, nigga. Let me in Marvel idea room, boy.
Hey, you got to make sure you pitch the Shadow Man, bro.
We finna make some magic over there, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. I'm doing my own shit. Fuck y'all. I ain't gonna let me in the room anyway, nigga. I'm doing my own shit. Fuck y'all, niggas. But shit, that's it, man. We ain't really got much more to touch on, man. You got anything else, Roots, before we close this up?
Nah, just yeah, we still may have the in real time shit tomorrow. Most definitely will have at least one episode. We still got the weekly episode on Friday, going over the Big Lebowski, and it's a whole lot of more other shit that's probably gonna come out soon. We're probably gonna do the Invincible shit when that season come out, so y'all tune in for that as well.
Hey, Pools, it's an art to using Chat GPT. They don't know no better. That's probably what they did for this episode. It's an art to using Chat GPT, man. You can't just go with what he say because he don't know nothing. Like, he's never watched TV. He's never watched no movies. Like, he's an artificial intelligence program. Like, he don't know anything. So it's like you have to take what he says with a grain of salt, and then you change it, you develop it, you make it your own type shit. He don't know what he's doing. He can't make nothing good for real. You have to tell him how to make it good. So yeah, that's what they did. They talked to Chat GPT. He gave him this weak ass episode, and
they just shot the shit verbatim.
Listen, get me and Chat GPT in the writer's room. Get us both. Man, we are a great fucking team. You get us both in there, boy. It's going up. It was going up with just me, nigga. It's going up with us both, nigga. Fuck is they talking about? Fuck Marvel. I love y'all though. And I'm not on strike.
Yeah. So this last episode was pretty bad, and seeing that this follows up series wise right after She-Hulk, and She-Hulk wasn't all that great neither. Well, She-Hulk was ass. Let's just be honest. She-Hulk was ass. Y'all gotta do something about this shit, man. Y'all better not disappoint with Loki season 2, bro. I swear to God, I'm gonna write a fucking letter or something.
I'm not even interested in that no more because I done seen all this fucking multiverse shit 5 times now.
Oh yeah,
Loki was the shit that introduced it, but I've seen it 5 more times after that. So it's like, what else can y'all do that's gonna make me excited?
You think they're kind of painting themselves in a corner with this multiverse shit?
Where is it gonna lead? Obviously, it gotta lead to Kang. He's the multiverse guy.
Yeah, but then where you go after that?
I think let's get there. Let's build Kang up, make him what he is, and let's get all these motherfuckers together so we can do another Endgame.
Yeah, but let's wait 3-4
because the lineup is not that impressive as we speak. Like, the lineup ain't got shit on the last lineup. Yeah, because I saw a meme where they had like Cap, Tony, and somebody else. I forgot, Thor maybe. And then underneath they had a meme of like Shuri, Shang-Chi, and somebody else with them. And I'm like, oh my God, that War Machine. I think it was Falcon, because Falcon is Captain America. So they kind of compared the big 3 from each one, and I'm like, yeah, this lineup ain't got shit on the old one, of course. And I think they phasing the older people out too, like Scarlet Witch, Black Widow is gone. I don't know what they're doing with the Hulk. He's around, but it seems like they're phasing the older people out. I wonder if they're going to incorporate them as well. The older Avengers.
You got a lot of people that's still coming up. You know, Ironheart. You still got all the Marvels. You still got
no. That's true. But I'm saying I'm wondering if they're going to incorporate Thor and those guys still too. Like, are they going to bring them into the fold? Because without the heavy hitters that we used to, it might be a little bit that might be a little underwhelming. Without like the Spider-Man and the Thor who's still here. The Guardians, man, they're fucking done. They might do a Peter Quill movie, like a Star-Lord movie, but that's not even confirmed.
So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let's do this real quick before we leave. You know, just to add some little something, because you know the show is underwhelming. That don't mean we got to be underwhelming. Let me see. Is this the right one? Yes, this is the right one. So I'm sharing my screen real quick. We're gonna go real quick just through what's marked as upcoming as of right now. Oh, and I can zoom in on the shit fire.
Ironheart, seen her.
So
go
back.
Quantumania happened already.
Yeah, that one's already been released. I guess this is in no particular order, but this is just a rundown. Armor Wars.
Wait. Zoom in on it again. Can you zoom in?
Which way? Which way at?
Well, can you make it bigger?
That's all I can do.
You can't scroll from that point? Okay.
Can I? Oh, I can scroll. Oh shit, I didn't even see that. Okay, so boom. So Ironheart, Quantumania, Armor Wars.
Okay. So Armor Wars is what we talked about a little while ago. So that's probably
right.
Something.
So then you got
Fantastic Four.
Okoye. Oh, that's what that said. I couldn't tell
a Okoye show. Really?
Yeah, it might be a movie. It might, you know what? It might do better.
Oh man, Okoye gets her own fucking show. Not Lupita. Not Shuri.
Yeah, I didn't think about that shit. Like she's she a cold side character, but like I don't want to see like all content about just her. Like just being honest, like. But yeah, all right, whatever.
That bitch got excommunicado too.
That Guardians happened this year. Ghost Rider, that's gonna be fire.
Blade.
Then we got Blade. We've been hearing shit about Blade a lot lately. Loki season 2, of course. Deadpool, A New Home. Oh,
interesting.
Is that this one?
Interesting.
Is that this one that's coming out?
You got to be.
That gives me a little bit more perspective on what they're doing with this.
Don't give me no perspective, but I thought that name is interesting. I wonder.
Well, I mean, the rumors of, because I've been seeing a lot of shit of like they're gonna introduce a lot of the older X-Men from way back in the day, 2003 type shit, Cyclops, motherfucking the old Storm, Jean Grey, Rogue, shit like that. So and then to give a little bit more context, there's a comic book called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. So that makes sense. You know, if they're just gonna use that as a parallel, that'll be dope. You know, we already saw a little bit of that at the end of the last Deadpool when he was jumping through universes, killing motherfuckers. So yeah, I think that interests me a little bit more now. That gives me a little bit more perspective. Daredevil. I
saw something
some shit like that.
Yeah, I saw something like yesterday about Daredevil that they're gonna go for like a darker tone, kind of like the show.
Yeah, I saw that too. Also, did you see what I put in the chat earlier today?
What was it?
What is her name? Jenna Ortega?
No, I didn't see it.
So, and this is also a rumor, but Jenna Ortega, they're looking at introducing her as what is it? Catwoman, something like that. Yeah. Well, not Catwoman, because Catwoman is DC, so probably like Catgirl or some shit like that. But she's also a part of the Spider-Man universe, which Daredevil kind of runs parallel with the Spider-Man universe as well in the comics. They actually work together quite a lot. And so does Catgirl. So I think if they do that, that'll definitely be fire. The setup is that she's like, you know, comes across her powers or this suit or whatever the hell it is, and Daredevil acts as a mentor for her. So, and with this being a show, I think they have a lot of space and range to do something with that.
Yeah, because I think they're also introducing like Elektra and Deadpool, so
that's so goddamn fire. I fuck with Elektra heavy, so fucking heavy. But Spider-Man Home Run.
He said you said they introducing her as Cat Williams.
That's funny.
I wish Trey was here. That nigga do a Cat Williams impression.
Facts. Then you got Spider-Man Home Run, which that's I guess solo. So that's solo Spider-Man. But the Tom Holland solo, because the last time we seen him in No Way Home or whatever it was.
Big Bad Tom said he might not be back, nigga. Nah.
Like I said, I don't believe it till I see it. Goddamn. When I see a different nigga in the trailer, then I believe it. But
he probably wants some money. They got to pay Tom.
And you know what? I think that's what niggas be doing.
They got to pay him at this point.
I think they threaten to leave so they can get some more bread. Like, nigga, just negotiate some.
I'm gonna be honest. Tom might be one of them now. He becoming one of them, so they got to give him his bread.
Facts. Young Avengers. So that's been the young version of shit has been a thing for the long time. You got the Young Justice League. You got the Teen Titans, which is basically another version of the Young Justice League on the DC side. But Young Avengers, that's been a show for a little minute. So to see that live action, so with that you got, you got T'Challa's child that got introduced at the end of Wakanda Forever, and you got the two kids from the Iron Man series. So you got his daughter and the other kid from the second movie. Those are some possibilities for that. So I think that's cool. And if you're bringing over everybody from probably not everybody, but if you're looking to bring over people from the FX shit, Logan's daughter, test tube baby, whatever you want to call it, she's a candidate for that as well.
So look, what I see, I just looked up something about it, and so this says Marvel's MCU Young Avengers cast as we know it. So this is probably allegedly, but they have Kate Bishop, who was in Hawkeye.
Got you.
They said she was also in I guess a scene in Endgame too. Cassie Lang, that's Ant-Man's daughter. Ant-Man's daughter. Yeah, she also. Well, you haven't seen Ant-Man, so I'll let you watch Ant-Man.
I seen the trailer. She's like the new Wasp, right? Or not the new Wasp, but like she's the addition to the Ant-Man.
Yeah, she's something. Yeah, whatever. Wasp is ass too, but she's something.
Super ass.
They got Elijah Bradley. That's the guy from Falcon and Winter Soldier. You saw Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the black super soldier?
I don't. It's been a long time since I've seen that shit.
Well, that was a black super soldier that fought in like the war a long time ago. His name was Isaiah Bradley.
Wait a minute, that nigga. And then his son,
his grandson,
grandson. Okay.
His grandson was in that show too. He was like,
I remember that episode. Falcon went to talk to him, try to figure out these old secrets of the old Captain America or the old super soldier that kind of got buried under everything.
Right.
Got tucked away and shit. Yeah, I remember that.
It's saying that Wanda Maximoff's kids, who are not her kids, they might be in the Agatha show, which they also introduced Agatha and ain't did shit with her yet. And she died, so I don't know what the fuck. She fucking died. She did die.
No, she didn't. She got
Wanda smoked that bitch.
Bro, no, she didn't. She got locked. She got trapped in. She took her powers and she got trapped in that universe.
I remember Wanda beating that bitch ass.
Yeah, beat the shit out of her. But she took her. Like Agatha was trying to take her powers, but ended up losing her powers to Wanda in the end.
No, I thought that bitch died. So she didn't die.
No, she's still alive and kicking. She's trapped in that little made up universe that Wanda put together.
Oh, well, that makes sense then. That means the kids could be in her show if they do that, because the kids were in that universe. Yeah, Wanda's 2 fake ass kids that she created. America Chavez, she was in Doctor Strange.
I remember her.
Fucking America Chavez. She didn't know how to use her powers, and all of a sudden she figured them out like at the last second. Yeah, I bet. I bet you learn how to control them. Kid Loki. Kid Loki is
he's in the other universe. He's in the universe that Loki gets dropped in after he gets I think they call it decimated or some shit like that. He gets disintegrated basically, and he drops in there, and there's a Kid Loki in there. So okay, so he makes it out.
Kid Loki is really Atreus though. If niggas know God of War lore, I don't know God of War, but I know that. That's the same nigga.
Dope. That's fire.
Yeah. Kratos' son in God of War is Loki.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's just a different. I guess it's a different version of Loki because that goes into like mythology and the Greek shit. But that's definitely Loki. They got Iron Lad, Miss Marvel, Ironheart. So it's a bunch of people. Like you said, T'Challa's son, Prince T'Challa. Scar from She-Hulk.
I didn't watch it enough to know who that is.
It says the son of Bruce Banner.
Huh.
I guess Bruce Banner's son. Miles Morales, like you said. It's a bunch of potentials. Somebody from it's a bunch of potentials. The girl from Guardians, the one that was we saw her. Remember, she was with the new Guardians team. The girl.
Yeah. The girl, she had the one discolored eye.
Her.
One of her eyes was discolored.
Yeah, for some reason they got Vision here. White Vision.
Yeah, so that's from WandaVision as well. Because he like flew off and shit and supposedly never came back.
Nah, this is a White Vision, bro. They ain't had no damn White Vision.
Yeah, they did.
What?
Real Vision, so the real Vision, the fake Vision and the White Vision, which is basically like the artificial.
Oh, they had to fight.
There. Yeah, they had to fight, and then they had the long dialogue, and then he flew off.
That's a fact. They did have that fight. I forgot about dude. What the hell? So he not no young.
He's not young, but
he might be in that universe.
Yeah, he's definitely in that same universe that
with the kids
is in. Yeah. So
okay.
It might be a little minute till this come out, but they definitely got time to build all of this into this.
Yeah, and those are all potentials. I don't believe all of those people are going to be in it, but those are people who could be in it. Miss Marvel already, I see Miss Marvel. Like they building like the whole Marvels, Marvel, and
they probably
the Marvels thing. So
after the Marvels, they're probably gonna have her break off and then build her shit a little bit more, and then merge her in with the Young Avengers.
Okay, yeah, man, that should be good, I guess.
All right, so we only got a few more. We got the new Captain America coming out.
Falcon.
I have no expectations of black ass Captain America. Sorry, just don't. Black Knight, that was introduced at the end of fuck. What was it? I think it was a show. There was an end credit where it was this nigga. He was having a conversation with himself, and then he opens the box, and there's a sword, and the sword is engraved and shit. And then a voice starts speaking behind him. People make a guess and say that it's Blade behind him. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. The
Eternals.
Was it the Eternals? Yeah. Because it was the regular dude, or we thought he was regular. Yeah. So, oh shit, let me fucking plug this shit in real quick. Tripping. But okay. So that's nothing wrong with that. I guess. Scroll down a little bit. Got the new Shang-Chi and the Thunderbolts. We talked about the Thunderbolts. Shang-Chi has been introduced to, if not Doctor Strange, then at least, what's his partner name?
Wong.
Which is, what's his position? I forget.
He's Sorcerer Supreme.
Sorcerer Supreme. So you got him, and then you got his partner, the female.
Somebody else was there too. Yeah, it was Shang-Chi.
I feel like there was a third person.
Yeah, Shang-Chi, Wong. I don't remember who else.
The
somebody
sister.
Else was there. What sister?
Shang-Chi's sister. She's running the what is it? The 10 rings or 7 rings?
Was Shuri there, or am I tripping? Was Shuri there?
I don't think so.
Somebody else was there with them. I don't remember who it was.
I'd literally have to go back and watch it to really know. But
just watch the end of it. It was the end credit.
I have high expectations for Dr. Doom.
So
Dr. Doom is the antagonist for Fantastic Four.
So the Thunderbolts, they got that's what you call it, dude from Falcon and Winter Soldier, US agent.
That little team that they putting together, and that the two people that I know that consists of, that's what's the name? Black Widow's sister and the nigga that was Captain America for 2 weeks.
US agent. Also Bucky. They got Bucky there too.
They did pull up Bucky too. So
I
think there's like
the other lady,
3 more people.
The other lady, she was in Wakanda Forever. She was in Loki.
She's the leader. She's like the person putting all of this together. She's like the Nick Fury for this group.
Yeah, her. Shout out her, man. So yeah, I mean that could be good.
I think it's about 3 more. Like I said, Dr. Doom, I have high expectations for that. Dr. Doom's character in the previous Fantastic Fours, he was like one of the best antagonists for that time. So I'm fucking with
it. Hey, Roos, I'm looking at this and I see Doctor Strange and the Midnight Suns. I believe this shit probably won't be around till about 2025, 2026. Like looking at these, I feel like those are way off. Doctor Strange,
I don't even think they probably ain't even put nothing together. They probably ain't even attempted to put together a writing team for that, especially with what's going on. So, but yeah, and then we have
the Midnight Suns. That's Ghost Rider shit, ain't it? I think that's Ghost Rider.
I think so.
Werewolf by Night. I also heard of Werewolf by Night. I looked it up recently. I heard of it.
So I got to do some research work on all this shit. Not all of it. Some of it I know, but Werewolf by Night. I've never heard of
that. That's some shit that came out. It's on Disney. It's on Disney Plus. Something came out in 2022. Werewolf by Night. It says, on a dark and somber night, a secret cabal of monster hunters emerge from the shadows and gather at the Bloodstone Temple following the death of their leader. The attendees are thrust into a mysterious and deadly competition for a powerful relic.
Wait, hold on. This is a show that's out right now?
It's something that released October 7, 2022, and it's on Disney Plus.
Shit, it won't stop me from listening.
Is it a show?
It's got to be a show,
special.
Right?
It's a TV special. That's what it is.
Huh.
I knew I heard of it and I looked it up recently, but I haven't seen it.
I'm on Disney Plus right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, here it is right here. It's 55 minutes long.
It's a Lycan. Shit. He's a Lycan type of character.
Shit, why did I not know this? All right, add the list. I'm watching that probably tomorrow. Shit, that's fire.
By Night, man.
I had no idea that was a thing.
What about the Moon Knight? Because I haven't seen Moon Knight yet. Where did that go? No, don't tell me. I'm gonna watch it. Don't tell me. I'm gonna watch it.
Well, the show is good. Just to give you a prefix, the show is good. However, the main character, which I think we watched a movie where he was. I think we reviewed a movie that he was a character in that as well. But the actor that plays Moon Knight is like kind of putting down the character. He's like done with it. Type shit. Like he's moving on.
You know what his name is? Who he is?
Give me 1 second. I can find out.
I know Craven the Hunter. Craven the Hunter is played by fuck. I just lost his name. I knew his name. It's like the dude from Kick-Ass.
Which one?
The main character, Kick-Ass. That's him.
Oh. Wow, I saw a fucking trailer and I didn't peep that.
Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, he was in Kick-Ass. Have you seen Bullet Train?
Yes.
He's in Bullet Train, the guy with the black guy, the white dude.
Oh, that's him?
That's the dude from Kick-Ass.
Damn, has Kick-Ass been out for that long?
Like 2011.
That nigga look old. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's the facial hair. Facial hair makes everybody look old. It's facial hair.
Oscar Isaac. That's the Moon Knight's character's name. Not character's name, but the actor's name.
You said we reviewed something on the podcast with him in it
Recently, yes. He plays
Across the Spider-Verse.
He plays Spider-Man 2099. He plays him.
Yeah, Miguel. He plays Miguel.
Yeah, so and he's also that's FX.
I saw Dune. He's in Dune.
He also plays Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse, but that doesn't matter pertaining to this because that shit is getting cut. So, but yeah,
an Ex Machina.
Niggas really be getting to these. He got a Star Wars check. This nigga got a Star Wars and a Marvel check and a two Spider-Man checks because he got the one that he's.
So does Nick Fury, nigga. Samuel L. Jackson got all that shit too.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That nigga was in Star Wars.
He played a cold ass nigga in Star Wars too.
Hey man, let's end this fucking podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, got a lot of shit to look forward to, a lot of shit to do research on. Even if we don't do it as a group, I may be giving some updates and shit as far as Marvel and the upcoming future. Yeah. Make sure y'all pull up for our in real time segment tomorrow and our regularly scheduled podcast on Friday. Like, comment, and subscribe. We are the Real Rap Coalition, and we are out.
All right, hold up.
Don't say hold up.